Hey everybody, thanks so much for checking out the Urban Outlander. You're on YouTube, you're on Facebook, you're on my website, theurbanOutlander.com. I don't know, you could be anywhere watching this. My name's Jordan. It's a hot day in New York City, but let's not talk about the weather. Let's just get into Outlander. And this week's episode, it's Vengeance is Mine, an intense title, written by some lady named Diana Gabaldon. I don't know. Good luck to you, miss. Good luck in your writing career. Let's see what you can do. Because Ms. Gabaldon wrote this episode, I was a little more hyper aware of some of the Gabaldonisms that are maybe throughout. We have this beautiful scene where Sam Hewen, or I always call him Sam Hewen or Jamie, I just sort of interchangeably use his real name and his character name. So he's reciting this Gallic prayer over Claire as she sleeps. I thought that line where he says to Claire in that scene, "Your dreams ken the truth," seems to have been directly lifted from the book. I don't know. I haven't read the second book, but it sounds a lot like something Miss Gabaldon would have written. And then the scene later where they're in the church, and Claire's like, "Well, am I not Lady Brocktorek? Are these men not my responsibility?" What a great line. And I felt like, that seems like it came from the book as well. I mean, of course, this whole series is based on her books, but because she has penned this particular script this week, I don't know, I was just a little bit more hyper aware, and I do understand that this episode is more close to what happens in the book, and so how interesting that she would have written it. I thought the scene in the church where Jamie says to her, "You're such a bad liar, everything's written on your face," before she goes out to the British troops. The book has, even from the first book in Outlander, establishes that Claire as a character is a very bad liar. Everything's written on her face. She can't really lie. She always looks, she's guilty. She looks guilty. The show never establishes that Claire is a bad liar, but the books do. Katrina Balfe is so much better of an actress than Claire Fraser is as a bad actress. So trying to play off that Claire is not very good at acting is kind of humorous to me. I feel like this episode really established Claire and Jamie's relationship even more. I mean, since they've been in Scotland, it's been like a tight, cohesive unit. It's the Jamie and Claire that we love to watch. And doesn't Paris feel like it happened eons ago? It's like one of those things where, maybe it happened last week, but it feels like it happened years ago. Duke of Sandringham and Marvelous Mary Hawkins are back. I thought it was a little strange that Alex Randall was not mentioned anywhere, particularly in that scene where Claire's sitting with the Duke at the table and asking about his servant, and Alex doesn't really show up. Now, of course, the Duke had sort of fired him back in Paris, and then we had Jonathan Woolverton Randall show up and sort of try to champion his brother for his job. And then there's just no real mention of him. And then we had that scene where here we go again, interchanging the real actors' names with their character names. And then we had Claire try to basically convince Alex to break it off with Mary. And then we have Mary and Duke show up in this episode, and there's like no mention of Alex. Are we supposed to assume that Alex broke it off with Mary? Which clearly something happened because Mary's betrothed to somebody else. And then maybe he died? I don't know, I just thought it was a little strange that he wasn't mentioned at all, because he's still kind of a critical part of the whole Randall Hawkins family, Randall tree. Anyway, how are you getting ready for the last 2 episodes, the ending of season 2? I don't even want to talk about it. I'm going to live in denial for the next few weeks. Let me know. It's Jordan over at theUrbanOutlander.com. You can leave your comments down on Facebook and on Twitter at Urban Outlander, and leave your comments over at the YouTube channel. So many ways to connect. You guys are all over the world, and isn't it fun? We can all talk about Outlander and be like cool with one another. Don't be weird and snarky. Anyway, let's keep the conversation going. Thank you so much. We'll see each other again.